Heyo, welcome to OmniBros Live 2/12/14. Wait, no, what's today? 2/12/2018. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking the
2014. You are so off.
Oh, and I haven't even muted my goddamn
the YouTube yet video?
God.
Oh, you're fine.
What the hell? All right, let's start over.
Jesse's having a moment.
Having a meltdown. But you know what's not having a meltdown? Gabe, where can you find your trade collections for 20 to 50% off? And if you are in the United States, $50 or more gets you free shipping, plus bomb-proof packaging, plus the best customer service on the planet. If you were to use those clues, where would you think I was talking about?
I'm thinking of three magical letters called IST, which stands for InStockTrades.com, everybody.
That would be correct.
That was a good guess, Gabe.
Hey! Yeah. Circle gets the square.
That's awesome. InStock Trades, our buddies that we love. Tonight, we're going to be covering hauls, reads, and previews, and we can get started. Riley said that he would be on, and he said that he would be on soon. So we're either going to see him or not going to see him, but we're the three amigos. I'm the token amigo, so we can just get started and see if he shows up.
Oh, he'll be here. He had a huge haul. He wants to.
He's dragging it off from his like front yard or something.
I, on the other hand, did not have a huge haul. I had a small haul.
I also had a small haul. You're looking at Jess 2.0.
Jess 2.0. I don't know if I like that guy. you know, in order to be on OmniBros, you have to spend a limit of at least $100 a week, right?
Yeah,
isn't that what the deal was? Yeah. That's what you guys told me.
We got this new Jeff who's preaching to us about budgeting and saving money and crazy.
I haven't done anything.
Budgeting you speak of? Like, what are we talking about?
Just does one episode on his channel about budgeting, and he becomes all high and mighty all of a sudden.
No, I have not.
Have you seen my fucking basement, sir?
Yeah, I know.
I have no self-control.
Right. I did that video mainly for my own budget.
Oh. Okay.
And because Lewis was also undergoing a bit of a financial crunch that he wanted to get under control. So we just both together made that video. I in no way am trying to preach to the group what to do. I'm just putting it out there that if you need a budget, if you are in debt, this is a good way to get out of it. And if you feel like you're out of control, there's a way to get control. Hey, you can fill your basement with toys and giant Thanos statues. That's cool with me. I just can't be doing that anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna be.
We will have a revisit to that statement in about a month. Okay. When I see a new bombshell creeping up back there, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, who's that next to Gwen? I don't recognize her.
That
just
may.
Is that Gio?
What Gio?
Gio, we see a big G.
Is that you, buddy?
Ah, look at this guy.
Gio.
All right, everybody, give it up for Gio.
Welcome back, man.
Make some noise for the man.
Gio, how you doing, buddy? Okay.
Gio broke the internet by coming back. He's like Brian Michael Bendis.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We may not have Wi-Fi service in Puerto Rico yet like we want.
I'm going to go ahead and answer a question to attack on Louis. Does Omar even like X-Men? As a matter of fact, my friend, I read X-Men Red, and I fell in love with X-Men all over again.
I heard it was
wonderful. Wonderful, and it made me believe that X-Men can be good again. And I'm not even that big of a fan of Jean Grey, but I really enjoy that comic book. And it could be Taylor that's writing it that made me like it, but I dug the shit out of it.
Yeah, I heard X-Men Red was supposed to be really good.
The whole the reveal at the end who was behind all this little thing. I'm like, all right, sure, that could work. I'm down. Oh, I'm excited for issue 2. Now, it was a lot better than the resurrection of Jean Grey. So let's talk hauls while Gio fixes the internet. I only picked up so I started reading, and I have been picking up the Love and Rockets collections from Fantagraphics. My wife got me the first 3 volumes for Christmas, and I've been reading them, so I went ahead and purchased the rest of them because I assume that I'm going to enjoy them based on what everybody else said.
Yeah, everybody loves those except me. I seem to be the only one that doesn't get them.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm pushing myself through. I'm halfway through volume 1, and I'm like, oh, shit. I may have just made a little big mistake. I ordered a lot of books. And I mean, it's okay so far, but apparently it gets a lot better. So I'm going to give it, the manga treatment in 3 volumes and see what happens.
Oh,
so
good for you.
May end up selling it if I don't like them, but I ended up buying the rest of them. So I hope I do. But that's what I picked up, and that's what I've been reading. How about you guys?
I picked up from Isaac Morales in the group. I picked up an out-of-print book that is actually one of my fave characters that I remember reading him back in the 70s, and I loved the Brubaker Infraction run, and that would be the Iron Fist Epic. I got this for a good price from the fabulous Isaac Morales in the group, so I'm quite pleased with this. An epic. That's one thing. Second thing, My Hero Academia. I have
what?
I know.
Jess, what are you doing?
Manga madness. It was only like $6. I have this subscriber, Katsudon, who threw down the gauntlet and said, read Red Hood and the Outlaws. I guarantee you'll like it. And I did like it. So he threw down another challenge. He said, read My Hero Academia. I guarantee you'll like it. So
that is the most probably X-Men-like book that I could like.
I think that's what he said. I think that's what he said.
Mm-hmm. I dig it, but I don't know if you will, but I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope to see a bunch of manga on your shelf the next time we talk next week. And you go back on your budget. Yeah, right. Your whole budget speech. You're like, yeah, screw it.
Blow up my budget and buy 70 volumes of One Piece. And
I swear, if this show goes down the rabbit hole, becoming a manga show, I might have to disappear for a little bit.
Bullshit. You're a sellout too.
It's just one manga. It's okay. I'm just going to give it a shot. It's just one. And then the crown jewel in what I picked up was the Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 2, which I've been waiting for. There's a space on my shelf for her, so there's no crowding out. I've been dying to read both of these again. I read them in floppies and loved them. So that's my haul. I am way excited for this baby.
Jess, hard hauler. Two or 3 books. Wow. Okay.
I love the way the spine looks. The spine looks on that Absolute for Wonder Woman. I think it looks great.
Right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like those
really
too.
Cool.
Yeah, I like the whole kind of gold trim and gold lettering. That really makes it look nice.
Yeah, it's got a great cover too.
Mike Meter said Jess has to cut his spending and it still buys more than I ever do.
I bought $3. This thing costs $5.
Well, that one did.
No, that's going to cost you your soul eventually, Jess. You find out about manga.
Jess gonna rename the show Manga Bros or Buddy.
Last words. Just one. Just one.
Yeah. Yep. What about you, Gabe? What'd you pick up, buddy?
Nothing.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
isn't this the hauls and reads? Okay, where is Riley? Somebody summoned Riley. He picked up a bunch of stuff. I heard.
Well, yeah, I was anticipating Riley to be here to kind of just pick up the slack, but yeah, I haven't picked anything up this week.
I haven't given him shit about picking up that Daniel Wake crappy omnibus yet. So,
but I mean,
I'm waiting for it.
Right? We all got Black Panther, right?
Yeah, talking about that next week, man. Talking about that next week.
Well, that's not my only real haul. I got this in finally.
Are you guys gonna go see the Black Panther movie this weekend? I assume.
Yes.
We'll wait till next week, like around Tuesday, 2 p.m. Me and my movie buddy alone in the theater.
Okay, so me and Gabe can spoil everything on Monday's show.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'd appreciate that. That'd be great.
All right, got it.
That would be great.
Blade showed up out of nowhere and like, man, I'm the real first black superhero motherfucker. Oh, I'd love that. That would be so awesome. Either
Blade.
Wesley, Wesley or Sticky Fingers, whomever. I don't care. Anyway.
Sticky Fingers, you can't tell which way he's looking because his eye is crooked.
Oh, Sticky Fingers, and he brings the rest of the fucking
Onyx.
Damn, who were those guys? Oh, thank you, Gabe. Thank you. I knew Jess would know, probably. Nah. So what did you guys read?
I'm reading this. Black Panther, the first complete collection that I got. And I'm about, I don't know, I think I'm about halfway through. It's, I gotta be honest. No, you know what? I'm more than halfway through because I'm on issue 14. So I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I'm kind of struggling. It's told in a bit of a mishmash kind of way, you know, backwards and forwards, and I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for when we review it next week, but I am struggling a little bit. I thought I was gonna love it, and I'm just kind of okay with it right now.
Okay, I'll take that, and I'll add this because I am kind of struggling through this. And I've heard nothing but wonderful things about Love and Rockets, and I've been wanting to get into it for years. But it's just one of those books that have been around for years, and I was always like, where the hell do I start? And apparently, yeah, a few years ago, Fantagraphics started doing these complete collection books. They're soft covers. And they do it in like, so there are two brothers that do this, and they do it in like the chronological order instead of the publishing order. And I'm kind of struggling. I'm halfway through this. So I'm hoping that a lot of the guys in the Facebook group have talked about how great this series is. But like, yeah, I was about 60 pages in, and I'm like, I'm so confused as to when it takes place. Is this like somebody's dream? Is it the future? So I'm gonna give it the whole, like I said, I'm gonna give it 3 volumes and see where I go if I end up reading the rest of the series or not. How far did you get, Jess?
In
Love and Rockets.
0.
Wait, I thought
I tried and tried and tried throughout the years. For the past 30 years, I've tried to read it, and I've gotten nowhere.
Ooh, man.
30 years?
And as much shit as I give you, I actually value your opinion.
That's a mistake.
I'll let that X-Men Last Stand comment slide.
I'll never live that down.
No, you won't. But
I've really tried, Omar, to really enjoy it. Back when it first started out in the 80s, and it was, you know, everybody was saying this is the greatest thing ever. I tried, and I just could not get into it. And I know lots of people go goofy over it, and I just can't get into it. It's me.
James is on the chat right now, and he was one of those guys. We usually like kind of the same things.
Right.
And he said, you got to get past the first book. Okay. Good, because I'm going to read 3 books, and I'm hopefully it will it picks up because I am so lost and confused.
I hate that. I hate it when they say, "Oh, well, you got to get through the first 30,000 issues of this book before you start liking it."
Well, that's typical, though, right? Like,
no, there's a lot of things that really just kick off at the beginning. I think they should kick off at the beginning.
Well, manga's usually that way. Independent comics, I don't know. I mean, how long did it take you guys to get into Strangers in Paradise? Was it right off the bat? For me, it was like it was a couple of volumes of the original trades before I got it.
I never read it because I know I probably wouldn't like it. It just doesn't look.
Oh, really? You can't like relate to women and feelings and love stories.
Well, you're the only one with the vagina on the.
Well, there it is. All right.
I read Strangers in Paradise back in floppies back in the 90s and really liked it. So I liked it from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I get what you're saying, though. That's something that can be an acquired taste.
It's like if somebody like watch a movie and they go, "Oh, the movie's garbage, but it's worth it because the last 5 minutes are amazing." You know, I just I hate just having to get through a barrier to enjoy something.
I mean, but sometimes you have to do that, though. Like, you got to really push yourself to see what everybody else is talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll like I said, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it 3 volumes.
James Sayrett loves that book, and he's
and he's one of the reasons why I ended up I'm like, oh, I got to get the rest of these. You know, my wife bought them for me. So.
Yeah, I would encourage you to give it a shot, but it was just never for me.
Okay, so what did you?
Just me.
Was that all you read, Jess? Just the Black Panther stuff, or did you read anything else?
Just the Black Panther stuff. That's what I read this week. That's really it.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the same boat. Yes.
I read the X-Men books. I read the X-Men books. That's it. I'm excited about X-Men Red. It was solid. But, I mean, those aren't collected in trade. Those are singles. Gabe, I'm sorry, buddy. What did you read?
I'm in the same boat as Jess. I've been burning through Black Panther, and I'm not digging it so far. It's like Jess says, it's very wishy-washy in the storytelling, where it's flashbacks from like a third-party character. It's somebody else telling you the story. The art's a little rough. There's a lot of like late 90s, early 2000 references that wouldn't make sense anymore today. But I'm going to burn through it so that way we can give it like a proper review later. So I'm reading that. I was talking about this last week. I finished Vision. I finished that the last couple issues of that book.
What'd you think about the rest of the series?
I loved it, man. This is great. The whole the ending scenario, the last issue of this book, especially the whole relationship idea with Vision and his wife and those things that happen towards the end. I'm going to spoil anything, but if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. The things that happen at the end with the dog and everything like that. So this is solid. This is definitely on my required reading, and it's one of those great books because it's like a D-list character, C-list character. So nobody gave Tom King any kind of real editorial mandates about this book and just let him do what he wanted. And I think we were all better for it. And the extra features in this book are amazing. There is half of this book is special features. You get everything. You get breakdowns, you get pencils, you get colors, you get the lettering, you get the scripts. I mean, the whole thing about it's kind of like a running phrase through the book of Vision saving the world 32 times. And I just love that one issue where they just kind of went over every single time that he saved the world. So that's definitely a required read. Wavy pages and all.
I see Matthew Rose in the chat. Matthew, I just got your message today about doing binding books, bound books. And Omar and I are going to do a show next week all about bound books. And so maybe you can tune in to my channel, OmniDog's Vault, and you can get some inspiration. We can answer some of your questions, and we can point you in the right direction.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be doing it from a hotel room. That'd be great if I'm home on a Saturday. Be nice.
Yeah, yeah, it would be nice.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to haul some books. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
All right. And also, I'm getting back into reading the Inquires series.
Love that run.
Yeah, this is great. I love this run. I read it in singles. It's just one of those runs that just, I think, really defines a moment in X-Men history, I think just it's great to get a book where it would seem obvious to get all the killers and trackers together on one team and kind of make them a murder squad. And I love it. I think it's great. The Clayton Crane art in here is a little muddy and hard to read and kind of understand what's going on sometimes. He's just all super digital, dark, bloody, excellent violence type of art. But
I love that guy's art.
I like him on covers more. I mean, just like I said, he's really dark. He's really heavy-handed with the shadows. So I think he kind of uses that as a crutch and hides a lot of details and stuff. Kind of just.
Is that the Kyle Yost book?
Yeah, it's Kyle Yost one. Yeah.
I love the idea to keep Warpath as a badass, because I was afraid when Brubaker wrote him in what was it, Uncanny, the Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire. I was like, well, Warpath is going to be really badass for like a year, until he leaves, and then nobody's gonna make him a badass again. So I'm glad they used him in that series, and used him actually all the way until the end, during the Necrosha part.
Yeah, I really start liking it when Mike Choi gets on the art. The art's a little bit cleaner and brighter.
Yeah, that's a very anime feel to it.
Yeah. And it's also just about the time also in the story where Archangel kind of joins the team, and it just becomes just this bloody mess of a feud with his he really let loose. This is kind of like the movie Logan of the comic books, where they just finally get to see everybody unleash, and you get to see some blood and some super violence going on.
I think the only character that didn't fit but I still enjoyed it, was Rain, Wolfsbane.
Yeah. Because
they pulled her from X Factor. I mean, before that she was in New Mutants. She was really not a part of X-Force. And, she was a Catholic. Like, she has a strong beliefs, and they made her kind of a killer. So, like I said, it kind of worked, though, for the books. So
they explained a little bit of that, but they talked about her being brought up and beaten with religion. And
dude, I just remember that whole thing with it's in the second volume with the Messiah. Was it the Messiah War crossover with the whole boom boom thing? I remember being so pissed off about that, and then it kind of made sense.
Well, I love it because, I mean, it brings back a cool 90s character and makes him a little more relevant again when they bring Bastion back, with the Nimrod Sentinel and everything. Like, that's what really dragged me into the series in the first place, was seeing Nimrod come back. Because as much as people give it shit, I really enjoyed Zero Tolerance. I really like that series. But yeah, that's what I read. I can't wait to finish burning through this X-Force. This is definitely one of my favorite books. I know it kind of loses itself. It gets caught up in crossovers and Necrosha, but I still enjoy it for what it is. Killer X-Men Squad. I love it.
Yeah, that does sound great.
No, and then that it had a damn good follow-up with Uncanny X-Force. Because I was sad to see Colin Yost go, but Remender's Uncanny X-Force was so solid that it was, I think I enjoyed it just a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I love it when it was just like, Logan and Cyclops go, the team's disbanded, so call everybody back in and rein them in, and it's over. And Wolverine's like, okay, sure, and he goes into literally the next room over, and it's the Uncanny X-Force team.
Yeah.
ready to kill, ready to kill children.
So that's our hauls and reads. And I guess if Riley decides to show up, we can feature him.
Message him. So I guess we'll see. He can jump right on and take over the show. Cause I got to leave at 9, guys.
What about the chat? Did the chat pick up anything or read anything this week? Guys, put it in the chat. Let's see what you got going on.
They're talking about Daredevil. John Peace talking about his YouTube channel, riding a bike through America. And by the way, we have a
only
theory.
Homeless people ride bikes.
We have a theory that John P. and Jess are the exact same person, which would be so badass.
I'm surprised John P. is not talking about Howard Stern in the chat.
I already think highly of you, Jess, but if you and John P. are the same motherfucker, man.
And I'm just pounding out stuff in capital letters.
Oh, have you guys read Made Man by Omnipress? I haven't read that.
I have not.
I looked at it.
It
looks
good?
Interesting. Somebody was talking about it. Stephen Moore was talking about it. Made Man by Omnipress. Which one of you, Gabe? You read Godland, didn't you?
No, I have like all 3 hardcovers, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh,
Dr. Afra really let the lesbian flag fly high this week. Good stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. I love that book. That's a good Star Wars book.
Dr. Afra is such a great character.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that they would write her into the movie, but whatever. All right. We lost Gabe, or he went to go take a crap, which usually is what happens.
Well, there goes that little secret. Swamp Thing, I need to pick that up. It's been pulled at my LCS. I need to go pick that up probably next week.
Did you not get the House of was it House of Secrets that came out?
I did not.
You pick that up? Really? I thought you'd be all over that.
I had to make a choice. I decided that Absolute Wonder Woman made me happier.
Wow, yeah. I've not read a
House of
lot of
Secrets.
stories.
I can get that down the line when it goes on sale or something again, but it's not going to sell out, so I can get it down the line. But
Now, was House of Secrets Cain or Abel? I can't remember. And then Neil Gaiman. I love the fact that Neil Gaiman ended up using those whole things. And
I know. Let's see. Cain killed Abel. So I think it's Cain. Abel is in House of Mystery.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Cain keeps killing Abel.
Love that stuff. Yeah, I have the what is it? Not the archives, but the Marvel has the Essentials. DC had the black and white ones.
Showcase.
The showcase. Thank you. I had all those. The House of Secrets and House of Mystery. So, okay. So Gabe said he'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I felt bad about not getting House of Secrets, but I had to start somewhere, and this is my beginning.
Huh?
Cain's
really?
Mystery and Abel is Secrets in Sandman, though. Okay, whatever. It works out.
I was just excited to see those characters being used. I thought it was cool. He was really good about putting all these obscure DC characters in those first few Sandman stories.
Oh, I know. That was great.
Yeah, Sandman. Oh, what a great read. All right, so Made Men is about Frankenstein's great-granddaughter on the police force. All her unit gets killed, and she brings him back to life. Actually, that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to look that up real quick to see what the art looks like. That was OmniBros that did that.
Morrison's back at DC doing projects?
He's doing the this week's Dark Knight's Metal tie-in called Hunt of the Wild, I think it's called.
I mean, but did he ever really leave DC? I mean, he kind of strayed along, right? Man, the art in Made Men looks pretty good. It reminds me a little bit of Tim Cell. Well, some of the stuff that I'm looking at right now.
Can someone explain what the Epic line is? I know it's Marvel, but what qualifies a trade as part of the Epic line? Well, it says Epic Collection up here, and they are high-quality paperback reproductions of all your favorite comics. I have a feeling that this is where Marvel's really putting a lot of effort into reprinting their standard sized or maybe even little. No, they're standard size, but they seem to be intent on reprinting everything. You know, New Mutants, Excalibur, all that kind of stuff that's hard to find. They seem to be intent on reproducing them in Epic format.
So, yeah, the Epic line started with 4 series. It started with like Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and I want to say Fantastic Four. I can't remember. And I love the idea of the Epic line because they were like, we will cover everything. We will eventually like collect everything, and they had it mapped out, right? And I'm like, great, awesome. And then they said, okay, we're adding 2 more lines. We're going to add Amazing Spider-Man, and we're going to add Avengers. But that's it. So then there was 6. And holy shit, where are we now? We have everything in Epic line, like Iron Fist, like you just held up, X-Men, New Mutants, Excalibur, X-Force. I don't know if I made that last one up. Luke Cage and Iron Fist. But, you know, I'm like, I wish they had gone with the idea of just doing the first 4 and finishing it out, because it would be so amazing to have everything collected in one format sitting on your shelf. If you're not into buying Omnis, it is the best way to collect them, with the exception of the ROM issues, because I have a feeling they'll leave that motherfucker out. Dire Wraiths would probably be in it, but not ROM. I think those Hulk issues didn't include them, but they were pre-Epic, but Epic mapped or something like that. So yeah, they're the cheapest way to get a bunch of issues. They're usually what, Jess? $40, right? $35 to $40, and you get about 17 to 20 issues, and sometimes a couple annuals in there.
40, yeah. This is Marvel Premiere 15 through 25, Iron Fist 1 through 15, and Marvel Team Up 63, 64. That is a lot of comics in here. That is a lot of books.
You can't beat it for that price. I mean, you can't. It doesn't come close. I think usually 2 epics make up an Omni. I know for like the Thor, that's the way it is. Like the first 2 epics make up the first Omni.
Hey, is John Wilson a mod in this chat?
Yeah,
he's a mod in general on the channel now.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Welcome to last week, remember?
No, I wasn't here last week. I wasn't there for the...
I thought you were there for the Monday show.
We said John Wilson was going to be an admin? I don't remember that.
No, it wasn't on the show.
Oh, no, it was the Thursday show. My bad, Jess.
Thursday show, okay.
Yeah. Well,
welcome, John Wilson. Okay, I just wondered why he had the little wrench by him. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
good for him.
I made all of us admins, and then I think Omar made John, which is great because you can use somebody to wrangle in all these savages in the chat.
Good, I fully support
that. So
John
Wilson, feel free to put like John P in the timeout anytime you want to.
No, let's make John P an admin. That'd be so much more fun.
Oh my god! Hey,
so yeah,
go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was just gonna finish up the whole epic thing. The only other thing I was a little bit upset about was the fact that one of the guys that was part of the project was he hangs out at the Marvel Masterworks, and he promised everybody, he was like, "Oh, these will be mapped around the omnibus that you already have." And we were like, "Sweet, that means we don't have to double dip because we hate doing that." I mean, I do it because I'm stupid, but. And then things like Spider-Man came out, like the Cosmic Saga, right? And a lot of that is collected in one of the Omnis, but not like the Spirits of the Earth stuff. I think if that was... No, it was the Return of the Sinister Six. They didn't collect the Return of the Spirits of the Earth within the Eric Larson omnibus. They just made it Eric Larson-centric. And that's when I was like, oh man, they're not following through with what they said they were going to. Because I really didn't want to double dipping, you know... Granted, it's just one story. It's one graphic novel that they left out, but I was hoping they would collect everything in those Omnis that was in the epics and vice versa. So whoever mapped it out kind of messed that up. So whatever. I mean, you know, it's a business, so I get it. They're into making money.
Well, Stephen Moore earlier mentioned a book that Peter M. is extremely high on. Crushing Crisis loves Aftershock's Dark Ark. This says Dark Ark is as good as well. It's about the famous Noah's Ark, but in this there are two arcs. The other one is full of demons and creatures which have been saved and try to feed on Noah's Ark. I love the sound of that. I can't wait for that to get collected. Dark Ark sounds like right up my alley. Ay. And what did I? Stop the whole chat right there?
No, what? We're still here. We were listening. We were listening to you go on about. I don't know if you. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I've just heard great things about Dark Ark, and I can't wait to read it.
All right. Well, guys, I think we've gone on for about 30+ minutes. If Riley shows up,
tackle the previews.
Yeah, if Riley shows up, maybe it'll be later. Gabe, you want to show the previews?
Let's show the previews. I'm going to bring up the actual previews for this week, as well as the spreadsheet for the discounts, just so that way I like to be able to actually look at the covers and see what's going on. And have, you know, the previews website has a little bit more detail on the books if we have questions about it. And then I also have the spreadsheet of the discount, so everybody can see what to prepare for tomorrow at, was it 3 Eastern? When in-stock trade resets?
Correct.
Is that about the right time? All right. So about 2:55 Eastern time, you guys can start spamming that F5 button on the website to get first dibs on all these great products. So let me go ahead and screen share my screen. Hopefully the porn is turned off. I doubt it, but whatever. All right. So this week, this is the releases for Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2018. Fuck buying flowers or teddy bears off the freeway off-ramp. Buy comic books instead. So this week we have from Dark Horse Comics. They're pumping out the Vault of Horror. This is more EC Archives.
Ooh.
Volume 1.
Shit, I wish they would finish out the others. Okay, cool. Well, good for you guys that don't have it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, these EC archives are beautiful books. Like,
No, they're wonderful, and they're at the discount that Dark Horse gets instead of Gemstone Publishing. Awesome, yeah, all the way.
So Dark Horse for
it's 42% off.
42% off. Look at that, $50 turns that down to less than
$28.99. Yeah, awesome.
$28.99. Everybody, word. All right, Plants vs Zombies. That's cute. Robotic Extinctionism art. I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not going to buy that.
Existentialism.
That too. Secret Lives of Geeks. Troll
That's
Hunters.
us.
That's us. All right. Not so secret, and we broadcast it all over the internet, but still.
Right.
Too late, guys. Too late. I think they're on us.
Yeah, we've been discovered. All right, so moving down to DC, we got Brave and the Bold. We got Batman and the Outsiders hardcover volume 2. Batman Legacy trade paperback volume 2.
Fuck yeah.
I love these artist galleries from DC. They have Sam Keith's Batman. That thing is going to be killer. That's $125 cover price, which would make, let's take a look at the file, 42% off, $72.50 for the gallery edition. That's awesome. DC meets Looney Tunes. That's going to be a great book just for the Tom King written Elmer Fudd versus Batman issue, which was a huge hit and a huge sellout for DC. Legends of Tomorrow, the Atom trade paperback, Nightwing Volume 7, Shrike. Is that Shrike? Whatever. Action Comics Rebirth, Deluxe Hardcover Volume 2. I'm looking forward to that one because the first everything from Rebirth has been great, but especially the Superman series. And I'm sure it's going to get even better when Bendis takes over.
Watch your dirty whore mouth.
Right.
And I'm excited about Nightwing. Thank you, DC, for collecting those 90s awesome series.
This is the Chuck Dixon stuff, right? Yeah.
Yep, Chuck Dixon, man. We're heading towards the end of the Chuck Dixon and before the Devin Grayson run. So I hope they keep going. And I'll definitely be picking up that Superman action. Carry on, sir.
Yep. And then we have Titans Volume 3, Judas Amongst Us Rebirth trade paperback as well. So IDW, we got G.I. Joe, Fall of G.I. Joe trade paperback, Lovecraft, Myth of Cthulhu, hardcover, Omar's My Little Pony Omnibus trade paperback volume 4.
Bitch, I actually get that.
I wasn't being ironic. I know you like it.
No, not for me. It's for my kids, man. They love that stuff.
Yeah, I use that same excuse. Star Wars Adventures Volume 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe Volume 3, and one of the best, I think, when it comes down to licensed comics, you can't go wrong with Transformers Lost Light. Any of this, like Phase 2 and beyond.
Lost Light is by far the best Transformer comics out right now.
Great. I mean, I put it up there like neck to neck with just regular superhero comics. This is a really good series.
So ahead of it. One of my goals is to get Jess to read that stuff along with manga and fill the shelf full of Transformers and replace all his bombshells.
You're gonna have third party and KOs back there. That'd be great.
Yes. All right. So what's Image bringing us?
Image got us Bingo Love. That sounds like some kind of weird, like, key party type situation. Kick-Ass David, I don't know how his last name is pronounced, but either way, the Kick-Ass Kid, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. Man, there's a shit ton of Kick-Ass coming out this week.
Well, they're just reprinting the old Marvel stuff, right? Isn't that it? I thought they would do it like an omnibus.
That'd be cool. So the first one is issues 1 through 8. Is it just Kick-Ass 1, 2, and 3, I guess?
Yeah, it was the Marvel stuff. That's it. And then I assume the Hit Girl miniseries.
Right. I was hoping that'd be like new material or something. But...
No, there is new material coming, but it's gonna be an Image.
All right, so let's move on to Marvel. Color Your Own X-Men New Mutants trade paperback. All right, so that's a coloring book. Whatever.
Yeah, let's do that instead of an actual New Mutants epic. But whatever. Go ahead. They were really look at the releases. 2 New Mutants book. They were really cashing in on that movie coming out.
They were hoping then that movie got pushed back and shelved forever. Speaking of epics, Daredevil Epic Collection, Mike Murdock Must Die trade paperback. So, as you were saying earlier, their cover price at $40, which makes IST's discount $19.99. So
50% off.
50% off that.
Score.
Hell yeah. Marvel's Black Panther Art of Movie slipcase. That'd probably be really cool. I really like the designs and stuff from that movie. I'm sure the Wakanda scenery is just worth it alone. And a New Mutants by Zeb Wells trade paperback complete collection.
That should be all of it. Does it? Hey, go back up there. Do me a favor. Click on it. Does it collect the? Let me see. I want to make sure it collects through 11, 15 through 21. Next to Crochet. Huh. That's the complete collection. Thought it would include the the Loki stuff in Journey into Mystery crossover. Okay, well, no biggie.
All right, so moving forward.
Yeah, 12 through 14 was the crossover. Was it Second Coming? It was one of those crossovers. I can't recall.
There were so many crossovers going on about that time, anyways.
I want to say Second Coming. I can't remember. Go ahead.
And everything else, I don't know. What do you guys see? Anything here that kind of pops out? I'm not going to go over every one of these random like mangas and Titan books.
I don't watch that Doctor Who bullshit or read that anime.
Pretty much. There's Lumberjanes Volume 8. I dig that series. That's a fun series. They even have a crossover.
Suitable for kids? Like
yeah,
all ages?
It's not like a bunch of like, Camp Scout girls like finger banging each other in a tent or anything.
Okay. That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Did you bypass Grass Kings? Brendan Donnelly's asking if you saw Grass Kings there.
Yep, Grass Kings hardcover volume 1 for cover price.
That's by Matt Kent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt Kent, Mind Management. Okay, cool.
Thank you, Trigonosis. It was Exiled. You were correct, sir.
So Grass Kings is $29.99. So on In Stock Trades, who puts that out? Is that IDW? No. Who puts out Grass Kings?
You could go back to the previews page and see.
Boom Studios. It's 30% off at $20.99. So there you go, everybody.
Okay, cool.
Looking good. All right, so fire that up. Get ready for tomorrow. Nothing too big. No, A-list books coming out this week. But this is literally the calm before the storm.
Well, I'll be making an order, and I'll go ahead and pick up that Aquaman 2 that I missed from last week. So, by Peter David, which you should also pick up, Jess.
I know. I should.
You should. If you've never read it, it's a great run.
Did it already come out?
It came out last week.
Last week, right? Yeah, a couple weeks ago or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a damn joy that they're bringing those out. And Trade 2's already been solicited. Knock on wood, not canceled yet. So, as long as people pre-order, that's the way DC works, unfortunately. So, I guess we'll see if they keep going with those books. Cool. Do you guys want to take it to the chat? Have some questions, answers real quick, and then maybe
let's do. We got about 10 minutes. I think we made it in time for Omar to
go get drunk.
Coworkers, yeah.
Guys, I'm not gonna get drunk.
You already are.
Yeah.
All right. Questions and answers. Thanks a lot, jerks.
Question: how drunk is Omar already?
No, I can make coherent sentences. I'm good. And it's just beer. Oh, me too, E. Tyler. Batman Legacy 2, brother. I am all over that. All over that. I was so disappointed that Legacy 1, I'm like, because I thought Legacy was just a one thing, kind of replacing the old trade paperback. And when I went to get it, it said Volume 1. I was like, shit, I'm going to have to wait and it might get canceled, but it didn't. So I'm so glad that they're coming out with Legacy Volume 2.
I'm still waiting for March 7th. March 7th, the only thing I care about right now.
And yes, they do need to keep reprinting those Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey, Nightwing, Robin, and hell, I'll even take Azrael in there. Keep those.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a good time for Marvel. That was a lot of fun stuff back then.
DC.
Or sorry, DC. Well, Marvel too, but we're talking about DC right now.
Here's the man of the hour, the man with the power hour of Omnibus Halls.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the.
Oh, he comes in at the end and just smash out the last of the show.
Yeah, we were just getting ready to finish the show.
I was about to leave, but hey, man, you're here, so awesome.
Oh wow, yeah. I sorry, I was discussing stuff with my wife, and then her friend called, and they usually spend a while on the phone. So I was like, okay, cool. I've got some time. I was like, I'm gonna go hang with the guys for a second, and I'll be right back.
Are you wearing a robe? Are you? Yeah. You have a white Russian? You have a white Russian with you?
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry to disappoint. But I got my haul ready. I'm sitting on the floor right now because my room's a little bit disheveled because I get ready in here, so all my clothes are everywhere. But so yeah, I kind of hyped this up, and I hope that this fulfills your every dream about me saying I got a giant haul.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be here to make fun of you for picking up that Daniel Way omnibus. Son of a bitch! All right,
about it, man. Don't wait.
No, show it first.
Go ahead, haul hard, man.
Okay. Let's go. So this is because I finally paid off for Chewy's stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm done. It's February. Boom, let's buy stuff. So starting real quick. Let's see, Food Wars Volume 1. This one I did not get from IST, but this was a ridiculous first volume. I think I mentioned that to you, Omar, and you were like, yeah, that series is ridiculous. My Hero Academia Volume 11. I'm starting small and going big. This will probably be the next book that I read. I also got One Piece 85, but it's in my bag. Actually, it's in this bag right here. So, because I was reading it. So there's that. I'll finish that and then read My Hero Academia. JoJo Volume 6 of Stardust Crusaders in hardcover, and then let's see, paperbacks, New Mutants, Back to School. I'm super excited about this one because that was the series that was never fully collected. So now I'm just hoping that they put out new collections of that Academy X series of the new X-Men, because I don't have that whole series in paperbacks, and it would be nice to be able to get it. Black Panther by Reggie Hudlin, Volume 3. This also, highlight of this collection is going to be the Jason Aaron Hefte Palo Secret Invasion storyline. That story was fucking balls to the wall. Awesome. Like, here's the famous spread. This is what happens when you invade Wakanda. Just tons of dead scrolls everywhere. So if y'all haven't read that, I highly freaking recommend it. Let's see. Star Wars Legacy Volume 2 from the Marvel editions. Hellblazer Volume 18. This ends Mike Carey's run. Volume 19 will collect all of Denise Mina's run. After her is Andy Diggle, and then they end Hellblazer. The last 50 issues is Peter Milligan, and then he'll end it. So we should have the whole series in these thick paperbacks before we know it. The first volume of Aquaman by Peter David. I've been waiting for a long time to read this so I can finally see why Aquaman has a freaking harpoon on his hand. Final volume of Green Arrow by Mike Grell. I've been waiting a long time for this because I like to read all my runs in a single go. And yeah, it finally, this is what held up one of my packages. For some reason, IST ran out of volumes and they held my box for like a week before they shipped it out. This is the disappointment of this order was the Challenges of the Unknown. Not because I don't like this story, because I do like this story. I read it about a decade ago, thought it was really strong, but I thought it was a deluxe edition, and it's just a standard sized hardcover. So fuck me. Then Department H Volume 3. I've only read the first volume, so I need to get on Volume 3 is here. I'm like, ah, shit, I still haven't read Volume 2. But Matt Kint at his finest. Some cool deep sea, horrific mystery shit right there. And then a double dose of Valiant hardcovers. I got Secret Weapons and Divinity. Secret Weapons, this is kind of the blinder of the buys because it's by an artist and writer team that I don't know anything by either of them, but I have heard good things about Secret Weapons, and it's one of the thinner, cheaper of the Valiant deluxes, so I figured it was probably worth the blind buy. But Divinity, this is the complete trilogy. Matt Kint and company, everything in this one thick-ass book, $60 cover price, but boy is it beautiful. It is very wieldy. It's very easy to hold. Divinity 1 through 4, Divinity 2 1 through 4, Divinity 3 Stalinverse 1 through 4, Divinity 3 Commander Bloodshot #1, Divinity 3 Eric Son of the Revolution, Divinity 3 Shadow Man in the Battle of New Stalingrad #1, and Divinity 3 Escape from Gulag 398 or 396 #1, along with Never Before Collected Divinity #0 and extras. So a lot of stuff in this one that I'm super excited about. I kind of want to just skip ahead in my Valiant reading and jump right into that because it looks dope as fuck. Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man hardcover by Mr. Brian Bendis. I know that we like to shit on Brian Bendis a lot, but I actually really liked his Iron Man stuff, especially, not especially this one, but especially International and Infamous Iron Man, which I hope gets a hardcover similar to this because this is a nice collection. But at the very least, I will say this was a fun book, and it has amazing artwork from David Marquez, Mike Deodato Jr., etc. Amazing Spider-Man Worldwide Volume 3. This book pisses me the fuck off because basically it's the Amazing Spider-Man issues from the Clone Conspiracy crossover without the actual Clone Conspiracy crossover issues, and then a few issues afterwards. So basically, if you want everything, you have to double dip on Clone Conspiracy, which that really rustles my jimmies. And then here's the one that you can all make fun of me for, Daniel Way's Deadpool Volume 1. I shit so much on this run. I've mentioned many times, A, that Daniel Way fucked up Deadpool, and B, that I actually enjoyed the first year and a half of his run. So this mostly collects the stuff that I actually did enjoy before getting into the shit show that was the latter 2/3 of Dan Way's Deadpool. It has some pretty decent artwork in there, and it even has some stuff in here that I haven't read before from Dan Way's Hit Monkey one-shot and miniseries. So I'm probably going to churn those out pretty soon. But I want to say this is one of those compulsive buys. Like, I have everything else Deadpool at this point. I might as well continue my shelf. But it's good for a laugh here and there. It's got the one where Deadpool makes 1,000,000 pancakes. So if you like pancakes and Deadpool, that's a book for you. And then Daredevil Shadowland, I got that variant spinny cover, the cover to the list one-shot. This one's another divisive one. I've not read this material, but I've read everything around it, and I've read a lot of stuff by Andy Diggle that I've liked. I've heard from a lot of people that it's not as bad as people like to say, and that it's worth reading if you've read all of Brubaker's stuff. So I actually think I'm going to crack into this one pretty soon, just because I want to fill that gap. And it's a run that I've been meaning to read for a while. And before this was announced for Omnibus, I was pretty damn close to just going ahead and buying the paperbacks and shit just to have it on my shelf and finally read it. And then the last one, the big mother, is Absolute Wonder Woman by Azzarello and Chang, Volume 2. This book is fucking gorgeous. Slipcase and all. And it's really tight. It's hard to get out of the slipcase, but it's a really great looking book, I assure you, with amazing artwork. And I was a huge fan. I know it's a divisive run for older fans of Wonder Woman, don't really dig it as much. But as a new fan of Wonder Woman, I thought it was pretty badass. And it had artwork that was just begging to be absolute form. So that's everything I'm going to show for my haul. I have a lot of stuff that I did not get from IST that I got from eBay and Half Price Books that I don't want to show just yet because it's part of a thematic haul that I'm not done getting everything of. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of people on the chat that didn't get everything. Can you repeat all of that? I got My Hero Academia and a book, a Deadpool book that sucks.
Something about food wars.
That's all I got. Food wars.
Yeah,
Yes.
Food Wars. Isn't that the one where they eat food with their butt?
You're such an idiot.
That's that's the one where they cook stuff and then people have like food orgasms.
It's so good. I like the anime. I dig it.
The first volume, it hooked me so fast. Like I know a week or two ago I was talking about that series Haikyuu, the volleyball one, and I was like, it didn't really hook me so fast. This was the complete opposite. Like Haikyuu took me a while to get through the first 3 volumes. Food Wars, I was like in bed and all of a sudden I was halfway done with the book. I was like, oh shit. I was also kind of embarrassed because there was like softcore porn in the book, basically like people orgasming over food, and my wife's right next to me and I'm kind of like trying to read away from her. But it's highly enjoyable.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all want some visual on that.
Yes.
I like the blonde. I dig the blonde chick with the dark skin. She's pretty hot.
I don't know if I've been introduced to that character yet, but yeah, like freaking first few pages is softcore tentacle porn.
You're just
Yeah, you're just egging on the stereotype. That's
oh right.
Like
why show that
slapped
page?
across the face with that, and that almost pulled me completely out. I was like, really, is this what I'm getting? And then I kept reading it. I was like, okay, let's see what's going on. But like, it's something about the way they describe the cooking. Like it's when they taste it, it's fucking hilarious. Like they taste it and they're like, oh my god, I have an orgasm because of food, and that's hilarious. But the way that they describe it and stuff, it's so extra. Like the fucking like it's everything you'd expect cooking anime to be, like extreme chopping and extreme cooking and stuff like that. And it's got, I don't know, it really carries the eyes so well. And then the description of like what food is being made and how they made it, I'm like, I too could be a food war something.
It sounds like Iron Chef, but with more bodily fluids.
I mean, it's not a bad description, quite honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, it's like Iron Chef meets like Harry Potter because it's a school. It was interesting. I dug it. Now, the only reason I would buy the Daniel Way book, because I'm gonna be a hypocrite, because I said I would never buy the Clone Wars Omni, and then I found one at a flea market for like $35, volume 1, and I'm like, well, shit, now I have to buy volume 2. So the only way I would buy that is if I did find it for like $35, because I'm an idiot, because I actually enjoy Paco Medina's artwork and the guy that followed soon after that.
Well, yeah, the Thunderbolt issues in that are fantastic.
Yeah, those were Diggle issues, weren't they?
Yeah.
He wrote the Thunderbolts issues, but also the
Jason
Hawkeye
Peterson
story arc,
like covers.
Yeah,
But they were pretty great. I don't know about Hit Monkey. I'm good. I like Detective Chimp. He's the man. So
let me ask you guys this. So maybe this kind of like segue into like the chat questions, because this brings up a good topic. Is there a series or a character out there where you feel like you have enough is enough with that character? Like you're not going to buy any more omnibus or hardcover collections or anything like that. For you?
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Shut up.
I'm kidding. I got like 3 minutes left. I gotta bust Jess's balls. I busted everybody else's.
Well, yeah, for me though, it's Deadpool. Like I have the Joe Kelly run. I have the volume 2 or Deadpool Classic, and Deadpool Cable. I mean, I think that's all I need for Deadpool Omnibus and collected edition.
I'll be honest, Gabe. I agree with you, with the exception of like Deadpool and X-Force 2, which I know you also have.
I have that, but I count that as X-Force Volume 2.
Right. But yeah, I think that's the essential Deadpool to me, at least.
Like, I don't need the Daniel Way stuff. I don't really feel like I need the Duggan stuff.
I kind of dig the Duggan stuff. I thought it was pretty solid. I mean,
yeah, no, it's good. I just don't think it's like.
But especially if you can get it at the clearance that it's at right now. Yeah. All right, Biggie Cheese. Thoughts on Deadpool 2 trailer? What did you guys think? I thought it was a riot. I like Cable. I like the way that he was done.
I thought it was way better than the Venom trailer.
Yeah.
The non-Venom trailer.
I loved it. The Deadpool trailer.
I thought it was just what it needed to be. I think it's doing a good job of showing us, because it gives that kind of I guess juxtaposition that we're gonna get from Cable and Deadpool in there, because Cable's like the ultra serious, like overly serious type of character, like comically overly serious, and then you have Deadpool just busting his balls and like making fun of the character as he's introducing him, and I thought that works really well.
Yeah, that's what made Cable and Deadpool work, like the series. It was so awesome.
It was the classic archetype of having the straight man and the funny guy, and it worked really well like that.
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It was like the heroes for hire for a new age. So I dug it. I thought it was great. Have you read it yet, Gabe? Just out of curiosity, the Cable and Deadpool run.
I had the singles. I had like the first like 25 issues of the singles.
So my favorite thing about that entire series, if you've never read it, is that Cable, spoilers, dies in, I think, Second Coming. So the last like 10 issues are like Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool and Venom, Deadpool and Doctor Strange. I was like, this is awesome.
But then they renamed the title.
Yeah, they scratched out like Cable's name and they wrote in somebody else's name.
Yeah. Well, even later on, like the last issue, it was called Cable and Deadpool, or it was called Cable and Deadpool through the whole series. And like the last issue, it was Deadpool and Cable.
Yeah, but that wasn't written by Fabian. That was written by somebody else. I think the guy that was writing the actual Cable series.
Wayne Swarzynski.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
And you get Mark Brooks interiors, which you don't see very often.
Yeah.
He did no, it was Alvin Lee. Wasn't it Alvin Lee?
He did the first couple issues. It was Mark Brooks.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. And he couldn't keep a monthly schedule, so they were like, "We need somebody else." So I remember it was wasn't it Patrick Searcher? And then they gave him like a similar style. Well, no, they threw the same colorist in there to give him a similar style.
That poor Mark Brooks not being able to keep up a monthly schedule. He must be doing nothing right now.
Yeah, I feel so bad for that guys that only draw covers.
Yeah, only beautiful, amazing covers. You know,
I don't know, man. Part of me really doesn't appreciate stuff like that. Maybe I like arts that can do I like artists that can do sequential art. I appreciate those guys a lot more. As much as I love, like everybody else here, probably like J. Scott Campbell's art on covers. Like, I wish that he could do a monthly book.
Yeah.
Or John Madureira for him.
It's a different type of discipline and stuff. And
hey, but yeah, I ain't hating it, man. Like,
seriously,
if I can make that much money just doing covers of this exact same fucking Jean Grey shit, whatever.
I have a bunch of those at the store.
Do you guys want to shit on the Venom trailer?
No, because I like it.
I don't know, man. It could be the smartest thing that Sony's released as far as like their Spider-Man shit.
Well, we talked about it before.
I think it's confusing enough to people that don't know who the hell Venom is, and they're like, "Oh, Tom Hardy. Okay, cool. Marvel? What's this about?"
I felt like it was just. It could have been a trailer for frickin' anything. You didn't see the Venom trailer.
No, you're right.
But it's like it could have been a trailer for anything, and then they slapped the Venom logo, or not the Venom logo, the eyes at the end of it, just so you can be like, oh,
it must be Venom.
It's Venom.
It's all connected.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was. Yeah, she's gonna destroy all of my stuff. Look, she's about to eat like a really expensive book.
Oh, we got cameos now. Cool.
Yeah. All of the.
Hi, Megan. We didn't get her on Thursday.
Hi, Megan.
Jess said hi. I know you can't hear it because I've got the headphones in though.
Hello.
She's gonna take a shit. She always takes a shit in here.
You talking about your wife, or?
Yeah. He asked about talking about you.
That's why I'm
This show is taking a dark turn.
I thought Riley was hiding his haul the entire time. Oh shit! The dog's in here. Okay, guys, I got to get out of here. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I got to go meet up with some coworkers, but and then I will see you guys next Monday when we talk about Black Panther. Tomorrow, my channel, Near Mint Condition, is actually doing a live episode at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So
Sweet.
Join us if you guys aren't doing anything on Fat Tuesday.
What are you all talking about?
My dorky ass is going to be in this hotel room doing a live episode. So anyway, guys, always a pleasure. Don't forget,
Great to see you.
to read Black Panther so we can talk about it. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us and putting up with me.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you guys always.
Go get blacked out, man.
Doomfella says, Jess, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just didn't have anything to say during that whole conversation. I was letting them go ahead. I'm the moderator, man. I let those guys run.
Don't let her pee on my stuff.
I can control her.
You... There's too many puppies. This is the best problem. So did y'all talk about anything to do with the topic for Thursday, Jess?
No, we didn't. We can cover it right now if you'd like. We just did hauls reads, previews, and then we did your haul.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna bounce in a second because we were gonna. I kind of wanted to see if I could find a new game for us to play together. So we're gonna head to the store. But yeah, if you want to just let people know what to tune in for on Thursday evening, if people haven't seen your video already, I mean, you can hype that up a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna be talking. I did a video over the weekend with Lewis McGregor about getting into debt, staying out of debt in our comics hobby, our nerd culture hobby. So we're gonna continue that on Thursday. Peter M will be joining us, and we'll have Riley and myself and Peter M and Gabe if he can show up from work. But we'll be talking about how to stay out of debt, if you're in debt, how to get out of it, how the consumerism culture is especially hard on nerds and things like that. And we're also going to talk a little bit about comic books, because Peter M wants to argue about certain comic books. He's in an argumentative mood. So that's one thing we'll be talking about.
Oh no.
Yeah, for the fight.
I'm really excited. I watched the whole your whole hour plus episode, Jess. I was at work and I was like taking notes. Not so much I was like, oh, I need to do that or I should do. It was like I wanted to expand on some of the points that y'all were talking about. And just so I could remember like different things that I had, just different ideas that I have that have helped me to keep my budget and have helped me if I've ever wanted to go beyond my budget or I've ever accidentally gone beyond my budget, stuff like that. And kind of a better way to have for a collector mentality, like jumping away from some of the, gotta have it just for the sake of it and trying to, I sent you I want to give a snippet of what I'm going to be saying. I sent you this picture earlier, Jess, and I don't know if you saw it, but I basically took this note. This is like a big mentality that I have when I'm buying books. And this is just going to be a preview, I guess, for what we're going to be talking about on Thursday. But just to put it out there for people's benefit, hopefully. I said, I like to be able to talk about the books I buy for at least a few minutes for each book that I buy. I don't like buying blind. I like to buy more items that I've already read more than books I've not read. If I haven't read a book, I at least want to know a lot about the book or the author or artist involved to give real justification as to why I feel this belongs in my collection. Why does it deserve a place on my shelves? So that's just one of my little snippets of my thought process of when I'm buying stuff. Like, for instance, a book here that I have not read yet would be Aquaman by Peter David. I could talk about that for a few minutes and justify why I bought it. I'm interested in the character and reading more about him. I mentioned earlier that I want to know why he has a hook for a hand. I trust Peter David as a creator, and I've liked most of what I've read from him. So I feel like it deserves a place on the shelf, or at least a chance for me to read it first before deciding anything else. So just a little snippet of my notes and stuff that I was taking while watching your video, Jess.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. And now, Melanie Cleveland, I know you're kidding, but that's when she says stop spending so much on books. And now a word from our sponsor. That's not really what we're saying. It's the fact that sometimes we get overextended. I mean, I got overextended and Lewis got overextended. We both got overextended. And I mean, I'm surrounded by all these great books. I don't want to stop buying books from in-stock trades. I just need to be more selective and make sure what I get is exactly what I'm going to read, instead of just buying for the sake of buying, which is what I've been doing.
No, it brings up a good point. Like you said, it seems to be the idea of consumerism being a little more harder on nerds, but especially like folks like us who have like our entire YouTube channels around buying new stuff and talking about new books and things like that. So there's also that kind of almost requirement or need to buy something new on a weekly basis, especially to kind of, you know, make the show what it is. So, but you know, like you guys, I've been overextended. I'm trying not to get overextended, which is why I haven't been buying much, because I definitely need to buy that Infinity Gauntlet box set next month, and that's pretty expensive. But on the idea of in-stock trades, if you're not using in-stock trades and you feel like you're getting behind or you're getting overwhelmed, unstock trades will probably help you out because of the discounts. So there's a good way there to kind of cut back and save more money if you're not using some kind of discounted service. Like if you're buying it from your local retailer, more power to you. That's fine if you want to support your local retailer, but there's also the idea of needing to spend money and stay above your budget as well. So
they actually helped me also with when I was trying to wean myself off of buying single issues. I started buying through Discount Comic Book Service, which of course is their parent company, and you get those at like what, a 30% discount or something. So it helped me to be able to afford those, but also since I wasn't getting them shipped until the end of the month, it helped me to realize how much I did not need to have those, that I could wait, and it was a good. It also helps to be like, oh, I'm buying these all at once. So you see, instead of like going to the store and spending like $30 at a time on singles, I was seeing myself spending close to 100 on singles. I'm like, oh, wow, is that really what I'm spending every month? Even at a discount. So that helped me as well. That's something that I was going to talk about on Thursday.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to that. And I know Peter has a lot to say about that too. So I think it's going to be a good episode. And again, we're not trying to debt shame anybody. We're not trying to tell you to buy less. We're not trying to tell you how to run your life. We're just saying, for us, this is a way to help just get under control a spending habit that had gotten out of control. Now, there's tons of you out there that spend normally. Unfortunately, I'm an addict, and I spend like an addict, and so that's why I have to get my spending under control. But there's lots of people out there, set a budget, $50, $100 a month. They can stick to it. More power to them. I haven't been able to do that, and so that's just why I need to be able to get a budget, stick to it, and be accountable. So that's really what it is. It's not to shame anybody or to suggest we don't buy books. We have a fun hobby. It's great to be able to buy action figures and albums and omnibus, you know, select figures, whatever, statues. We love that stuff. But don't
allow yourself to get stressed by the thing that you're supposed to enjoy.
Exactly. That is exactly right. When it becomes a stress, then it's not fun, and that is the problem.
Yeah, when it stops being fun. That's like the gambling brochures here in Vegas.
That's probably exactly what. If I lived in Vegas, I'd probably have a gambling problem since I'm such an addict, and I hate to lose money. So
I'm gonna bounce, and then I'm gonna go hang with the wife, see if we can find a game that we want to play. Go to the store or something, see what's up.
Lego Superheroes.
What?
The new Lego game, the new Lego Marvel Superheroes game.
I need to find something that she might like too, and I don't know if she's into the Lego games.
That's too bad.
But I'll see you guys on. I'll be back on Thursday.
Cool, Riley.
Awesome. Good to talk to you, buddy.
Later.
Later, bro.
I'm gonna have my wife. We can do question and answer, but for 1 second, I might have my wife throw down something that she just got me that I want to eat. Just a sec.
She's just gonna throw down nachos or something. All right, guys. So now that Jess is gone, let's talk about Crossed for like the next 20 minutes until he comes back. But yeah, either way, just go ahead and throw up some questions, guys, about whatever is going on. Could be personal questions; those are always fun. Could be questions about collecting, comics, movies, whatever. We get this started. You know, we'll build up a queue of questions until Jess comes back. Everybody, right on. So, yeah, Cross 100 has been amazing. It's finally coming back too, John, or Psycho Cleveland. That makes it sound like you're a psychopath. But anyway, so let's see. Yeah, you can hear Jess talking over there. What about you guys? What kind of what are you guys looking forward to this week? You know, what are you guys going to be hauling? Let's get some activity.
You can hear me yelling.
Yeah,
I was yelling. I was yelling for my wife to send me down this new Hershey's Gold peanuts and pretzels candy that I just saw in the Olympics. So I wanted to test it out and see.
Got you. Marketing got you.
Yeah, the marketing and consumerism got me.
Yep.
So let's see how it is. Free plug for Hershey's. Mmm. Mmm. I'll be eating all of that.
So, Jess, Mike F wants to know what's left on Deadpool to be in an omnibus format. I think we were talking about that a little bit earlier in the chat, right?
Holy
seems
smoke,
like
I don't know.
Everything Deadpool seems to be in an omnibus format. I think besides the more recent stuff, because there's no like Volume 2 Duggan omnibus yet,
right.
Or even
I know Minibus Zero is coming out.
Yeah. Is there enough to do another omnibus for like Deadpool team up and that kind of stuff, or was that already out? Because I know that Deadpool and Company just.
I think Deadpool and Company covered a lot of Deadpool team up.
Okay.
I have to admit, I do love Deadpool, but I'm not. That's probably more of a Riley question than for me.
I just think they're going to start making stuff up to make omnibus out of for Deadpool. Like there's going to be an omnibus sooner or later. That'll be just Deadpool #1s and first appearances and stuff like that.
Right.
I can see that happen. Which is kind of weird because you have like, you know what, like 8 Deadpool omnibus, but Amazing Spider-Man is only like 3. Like chronologically, there's only like 3 omnibus out for that so far.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a really good point. They haven't even left the Silver Age for Spider-Man.
No.
Or Amazing Spider-Man.
They're not even up to the Jerry Conway stuff yet, I think. They're still in the Roy Thomas, Stan Lee era. Yeah, but I think I'm good with Deadpool Omnibus from now on. I don't think there's anything else out there I absolutely need to have.
You've probably got the highlights.
Yeah, like I said, that's all I need, I think. Same with Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy books out there, especially since the DNA stuff was kind of gutted and spread across like 3 more of the War of Kings omnibus as well. So there's like an extra Guardians omnibus out there that's just nothing but do-overs or double dipping.
This candy bar is awesome.
Is it?
Yes.
Peanuts and pretzels.
Peanuts and pretzels. Yeah. Really good. I'm really pleased. So why don't we take this minute to talk about in-stock trades?
Yes, sir. In-stock trades. That's our sponsor for OmniBroslive. InStockTrades.com, where you can get super crazy discounts on all your omnibus and collected formats, oversized hardcovers, trade paperbacks, complete collections, absolutes, and everything else like that. New books go on sale or order, I guess you could say, every Tuesday, where you could find them from 32 to 50% off most titles. And if you're in the US and your order is $50 or more, you will get free shipping on that order. InStockTrades.com. We love them. And we used them before they were sponsors, and we'll always continue to use them.
Very well said.
All right, I think that's it, man. There's not much questions happening in the chat.
Okay, then, Gabe, where can they find you?
Everybody can find me here on YouTube as Gabe Infinity Watch, on Instagram as Gabe Infinity Watch as well, and we are all in the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group as well. And if this is your first time on the show or listening, subscribe. We're only about 125 away from that 1,000 subscribers mark. So go ahead and do that. Slap that subscribe button. It's free, and help us out a little bit.
Oh,
Jess,
Sam
where can
just
I
told
find
me
you,
something.
buddy, man?
They can find me not going to Red Robin because they use Barks root beer in their bottomless root beer floats. Barks is blah. Ugh, that's awful news. I always wanted to go have a bottomless root beer float at Red Robin. That's terrible. Barks is terrible. They can find me.
Barks?
Yeah, that's not my favorite root beer at all. It's my least. That's what I pour over books is Barks. So that tells
Talk
you
about
how
bottomless.
Yeah. They can find me on YouTube on OmniDog's Vault, and also on Instagram, OmniDogs_Vault, which I just put up a new picture today on Instagram. So with that, we say thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe. Give us a like. Let us know in the comment section if you have anything to say. We answer comments. We answer emails. We're grateful that you are supporters of ours. And we say to you, peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, everybody.